All right, we have some very important updates for tomorrow. First is the Ethereum Shanghai or Chapella upgrade, and then we have the CPI data release for the month of March. Now, if you have been keeping up with the channel, then you must have heard me talking about this Ethereum Shanghai upgrade. So what is it exactly? So in 2020, Ethereum launched the Beacon chain, which was supposed to be an introduction of the proof of stake consensus mechanism to the Ethereum ecosystem. Now, this new chain allowed for ETH holders to stake ETH in anticipation of Ethereum's transition into a proof of stake cryptocurrency. And they could only unstake that ETH if Ethereum becomes a proof of stake cryptocurrency and undergoes this Chapella or Shanghai upgrade. So tomorrow, the 12th of April, will be the day that ETH undergoes this upgrade, which will allow these stakers from 2020. Now, remember they bought their ETH lower than $600, and they will be able to unstake that ETH after this upgrade. So it is something to be concerned about. Now, it is estimated by K33 Analytics that there could be about 1.1 ETH being released after this upgrade. If that were to hit the markets, it will be anywhere around $2 billion worth of selling pressure. So that is what some market participants are worried about. Also, we have the CPI data release for the month of March. Simply, CPI is the consumer price index. It measures how much consumers are paying, consumers like you and I are paying for goods and services over a period of time. And this is something which you must have noticed, like what you used to buy, say, for $1 may no longer be $1. So basically it represents an increase in inflation. Now, this is very important data because it lets the lawmakers or Federal Reserve to tighten or ease monetary policy. So if inflation is increasing, there is a very high likelihood that the Feds are going to increase interest rates. And increasing interest rates simply means that investors are less likely to borrow money and are more likely to sell off their riskier assets. Now, what we simply have to note is a higher CPI translates to a bullish dollar, and a lower CPI translates to a weaker dollar, which means investors are much more likely to go for riskier assets. And so the markets are pricing in an inflation rate of 5.2 tomorrow. And if it comes out as priced in or lower, the markets are much more likely to rally. Now, what's crazy about all of this is an inflation rate of 5.2 is fundamentally not good. But because it is what the markets expect, price reacts accordingly. Inflation rates in February was 6% as opposed to 6.4% in January. So if the rates come out tomorrow as the markets are pricing in at 5.2%, then that will be extremely bullish because it will show that inflation is dropping drastically, which therefore means that the Fed will be much less likely to raise interest rates. All right, these are the two fundamental things that we should be on the lookout for tomorrow. And yes, Bitcoin just reached 30K. I was actually expecting a retracement back to 25K, but that didn't happen. But of course, it is all for the good. Am I going to sell now? No. I will only sell at my sell point of the parabola. If that ever happens, then I will strongly consider selling. But as for now, even if this just goes back down, I will just buy again. There is no need selling here. I will sell when I anticipate a larger move to come. Now, if you want to follow up with the news and everything, you can join the Discord group. I will leave the links to that in the description. If you have some questions or anything, let me know in the comments. And until the next video, stay safe.